Hello, hello. Let's talk about the new season. If you've been keeping up with VR esports, Season 4 for Breachers VRML just opened up this week. If you've been out of the loop, you don't remember, Season 3, there's some really big changes that had happened, right? So you had IVNA, the team that wanted out as the grand finalist. And remember, this is the big deal because before that, it was Acer and or F3 really fighting for everything since the beginning. But it's the first season we've seen a totally new team come in, and that's kind of exciting because that means for Season 4, we're going to be seeing some new blood, I would say, and it's really anyone's game at this point. And I think to a lot of people's surprise, we ended up seeing a really great matchup in the first week between Valor and Acer. Between these two teams, this is sort of a rematch, right? Remember, back in Season 3, Valor beat out Acer, and that was a huge deal. And I think that's when you kind of start seeing a lot of talks around the decline of Acer, right? When they lost against IBNA and F3 in the previous season, people probably thought, well, you know, those are really great teams. Maybe they're just that much better. But losing against Valor, the 4th seed, I believe, in our previous season, people start thinking, hey, like maybe they can't keep up as much as they used to. That case is further shown once we go to playoffs and they're knocked out in the first round. And that's a huge deal for the Acer squad. So coming into this upcoming season, I think there's a lot of talks around Acer especially. Are they washed? Are they not? Are they just simply having to learn to innovate and adapt? So I think that's why this was a really highly anticipated matchup. It goes a little bit differently than I think some people have expected, or maybe even expected. I know Ghibli Bob definitely has that clip out there where he kind of is talking a lot of smack, honestly, about the Acer squad and their current lineup.
To consider is a roster heading into the next season. I don't know if that is the most impressive roster I'm looking at for season 4. You better lock in. I don't want to eat my words like first game of the season.
But maybe he is a fortune teller because at this point, I mean, map 1 is crazy. I mean, let's check this out, right?
Out if you do that, I think having your gun up is going to be just what you need to do here. He gets the double click.
We did see though, map 2, Acer did come back. It was like 7-3 on Arctic. Sorry, Hideout, and that forces it to a map 3, but it doesn't go well. Valor comes in and knocking them out 7-1 on that map 3, and this is a huge deal at this point. I mean, we saw some big changes already in the roster as check this out, one of the players already dropped out from the Acer side. But again, this is only the first matchup of this season. We have seen this time and time again where a team might have had a rough start to the season and then ends up really getting a lot better towards the end of the season as they have changed up their team and adapted, and we've seen them do amazing in playoffs. So I'm curious, what do y'all think? Is this Acer being washed? Have they finally fallen from grace after having a dynasty for 3 seasons in a row? Or do we think they can find new players, mix things up, figure out that chemistry, and really lock in for later in the season?